But Johnny, let's move on into our next topic. And we're looking at loot boxes in video games.
Yes.
And the reason why we're looking at loot boxes is because of stuff going down with Battlefront 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on with that.
I'll be honest. Didn't play Battlefront 1. Probably wasn't going to buy. Still haven't bought Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
However, a lot of stuff going on with it where apparently you could play as Luke or Darth Vader. However, you could either do so by doing one of three things. One, getting them in a loot box, which somebody did on the internet, and I believe it came out to over $200 before they got Luke or Darth Vader.
Yes.
You could either buy the expansion, which was like $60, but I was talking to Dave Oster of MVP, and he was saying, yeah, but it's not like an actual expansion. It's just the characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Towards like, okay, you can pay $60 to have them.
2 characters.
Or you can play over 40 hours of gameplay. Not just in general, of actual gameplay. So I believe someone did the math, and it would take you virtually a little over a month. A month to a little over a month to get both of those characters if you did the 40 hours of gameplay. And that's just based off of on the average of how often an adult plays video games nowadays. It would take you that
would be
long.
like, a little over a month. That'd be if you can play an hour a day.
And I wanted to talk about that that issue first, but then since I brought that up to you, a lot has gone down. Like yesterday, Battlefront, EA completely turned off in-game purchases and said you can't buy anything. We're fixing it. We've listened to criticisms. The conversation I want to have has to do with overall, because there are loot boxes in many video games. However, the question is, have we exactly gotten it right? However, before we go into that, I believe you want to get something off your chest about Battlefront 2.
Oh, no, I heard some things about Battlefront. There's even a joke about it online I saw. And I'll start with the joke part, the joke one. So some guy went to go play, and you only get a certain amount of characters when you start off.
Yeah. And I believe you get like one legendary character, which could be like Boba Fett.
Yeah, but no, you only get this amount, and then you have to pay for more characters.
Yeah.
You don't get you can't earn them. What I was reading is you have to pay for them, and maybe they fix something like that. Maybe I'm wrong in general. This is what I read. So it's like some guy the joke is a guy went online to go play it, and all his characters are taken. So it's like you bought the game and you can't play any of the characters. It's like, what the hell? So why do you have the game at that point? So it's like, that's something that's kind of, if you ask me, that's broken. Well,
and it's broken for Battlefront.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Now, there's a game that just recently Disney said and took them off the servers in Marvel Heroes.
Yeah.
Only played that for a little bit because one of our common friends was like, oh my God, it's kind of like WoW, but with Marvel Heroes. And I was like, okay. And then I didn't want to play it anymore because I'm like, this is stupid. Yeah. The only reason why it worked for them to be like, hey, here's the characters you can use, and you have to buy the other characters that you want, is because it's free. That was free to play.
Yeah.
You could play it exactly how they intend it, and it's free and it's fine. But hey, you want to play as this Spider-Man? You either go through the credit system or you spend actual money on it. However, with this, you're spending actual money on it for the game. It kind of goes back to a year or two ago, whenever Destiny 1 came out, and why I had a big problem with Destiny to where I almost didn't buy Destiny 2 until Dave begged me to, was because I was so burnt to where it's like, wait, you sold me a half-finished product and then expected me to buy expansions to get to the finished product?
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of, in a way.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing I don't get is like, why would you do that to your
fan base?
Your fan base, exactly. That's kind of like a hard hit because it's like, okay, you can play these characters, but any other characters you want, you have to buy. It's like, but I just paid $60 for the game. Like you can't what I heard is you can't even earn them. Now you said
Yeah.
this thing about you play 40 hours, you can get Luke or Vader.
And
but
that
it's
was
like,
just with Luke or Vader.
yeah, that's just Luke or Vader. I don't know what other characters you can unlock and everything because
Yeah.
I haven't bought it yet, and this other stuff I'm hearing so far has turned me off
Makes
of
you
wanting to
not
buy
wanna
it.
buy it.
Exactly. I kind of don't want to buy it now.
Mm-hmm.
There's other games out there. It's like, well, World War II. I am interested in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read a lot about how the gameplay is. One guy I talked to
Dave
said
loves it.
I heard some good things about it. I heard some mediocre things about it. It's like, that's fine. That's what that's all I honestly expected. But it's,
Yeah.
but I mean, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, there's other games out there. So Battlefront, like, just as if you don't step up your shit, people are going to walk away from your fan base, and there's other games out there.
And that's where I'll kind of ask the question then about our greater kind of overarching question is when it comes to loot boxes along every game, will we ever get loot boxes done correctly? Are we ever going to get the perfect way to where it's like, if you want to do loot boxes in games, this is how you do it? Because even a game that we both play in Overwatch,
Oh my God.
where let's be completely honest,
Keep going. I'm just
what
laughing.
you get in Overwatch does not affect you. You could not open a single loot box, but still could play the game like it's meant to be played.
Exactly.
A special skin doesn't give Soldier a faster reloading speed or anything. It doesn't change the gameplay. It's just, I want the special skins. I either want a voice line, I want a spray to put up on the wall to look cool.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the gameplay. However, they have had criticisms and had to change how their loot box system works.
Yeah, well, the one thing I wish would happen with their loot boxes, and I know this probably won't happen, is it more correlate to what characters you, like. Let's say I'm a diva main, so I played like, and let's put it this way. This is how I would say maybe the best way for me to go about it. Whoever you won that loot box with, maybe there's something that correlates with that character in that loot. Whether it be a spray from, let's say I played Torbjorn and then I won it via a Torbjorn game. Maybe I get some like a Torbjorn skin, a spray, a voice line, at least something to do with the character I played or a character I play. Not like I won it, like one recent one I did. I won it with Diva because that's my main, but I got a Genji skin, a Sombra voice line, an icon, which I don't care. Icon, throw it in there because you gotta throw it. Icons can be for anything. And then there was like someone else. I don't play these characters, and I've played Genji twice in skirmish. Why did I get? And I get it. They're just throwing random stuff in there, and I get that's what they're doing.
At first, when you said that, I was on the other side of the table because what I am thinking of is what if it's a match where I start as a player that I play, but then I notice, oh shit, my team, I don't play healer a lot, but I have to play a Lucio or I have to play a Mercy to help my team win. I get a loot box during that, and great, now I'm stuck with a Mercy skin or whatever, and I only used her to help us win that game.
Yeah.
However, it can be tweaked to where you can go off of, and this is why I got back to the middle of the table as you continued rambling.
Yeah. I think you're rambling.
Was they can go off of playtime. How often you've played a person during a competitive season. I would go off of competitive season because it resets then so often, because I used to play a lot of Bastion when it first started.
Yeah.
But now I play a lot of Pharah. So, I mean, things change over time. And as you add new characters, play times change. Do I see us ever going to that? No. Because will the hard drive within the system and everything will servers be able to keep up with that for
Probably
every
not.
single user going on? Also, the other thing that goes into it is here's what I think on your little strategy.
Yeah.
If you're playing the game and earn it through gameplay, sure. However, if you buy a loot box, that whole rule should be thrown out the window.
Oh, yeah. If you buy loot boxes, you get whatever randomized thing goes in there.
Because then you're buying it hoping, hey, I played a lot of this character, I can get all the stuff I want. And the whole thing with loot boxes, I get it. It's gambling.
Yeah, it is.
Let's be completely honest. It is gambling. And we even see this. We've seen this within the sports games as well.
True.
To where in Overwatch, you're fighting for skins and stuff. But in, let's say, EA, in football, in basketball, in hockey, mainly football and hockey, they have, and I'm explaining this to Johnny, because Johnny doesn't know, but you might be out there and don't know as well, they have Madden Ultimate Team.
Okay.
And what it is you get a pack of cards, you open those cards, and those are the players that you get to use in the games. Now, you can either play games, get other player cards, or get contract cards to keep the players on your team longer.
Okay.
Or you can buy packs with money. You can buy packs with money to get better cards or have the chance to get better cards. They also have a complete auction house where you can go in with game currency and players could, like, let's say I had Jonathan Taves. I'll throw him up for about 900 credits. And you can buy cards that way as well. You earn those, though, by playing games and doing certain stuff and doing well in those games. But you can still use real money on bundles and packs to get more cards.
Yeah.
We've seen that in every game. Those are basically, although they're packs, they're glorified loot boxes.
Yeah, exactly.
At that point. But that is just for that mode. It's not like I'm going to get something that affects my franchise that I'm playing in Madden. But even that seems to be broken sometimes because, like, it's like how often, and this where Overwatch gets dragged back in, where they've had to deal with, oh, how many duplicates am I getting? How many credits am I being awarded per duplicate?
Yeah.
To where they needed to change all of that as well.
Yeah. See, now I've never gotten a duplicate so far, so I don't know.
You've never gotten one duplicate?
No, surprisingly.
You know what? That's because you came in late to the party.
I did.
You came in, they've changed it now to where you don't get as many duplicates.
Yeah, so I've never gotten hit with a duplicate, but I would hope that, like, they would give you the amount that you would be charged if you were to go and buy it.
Originally, I would get a duplicate. Like, originally, before they changed it, I would get at least one duplicate, sometimes even 3. There was some where I'd get 4 duplicates.
Yeah, no, I've never gotten a duplicate so far. So, like you said, I am late in the game, and they probably have fixed that since then. But
one of their recent patches before you came in, they fixed that part of it.
Okay.
Where duplicates don't show up as much, but if you get a duplicate, you're rewarded a little bit more for it with
you
in-game
get credit
currency.
instead. Yeah, the game currency. I would hope that you would at least get how much you would have to have paid for it, though. Probably not, but because I mean, like, if they give you $1,000 one and you had already bought it, they're probably not going to give you 1,000 credit.
No, they're not. They'll give you, I want to say there's a percentage to it that I don't know.
Probably the 250
off the top of my head. It might be like a third of what it costs.
Yeah.
But I think with loot boxes, the best game that I've played because loot boxes, first off, if we're meeting the criteria, the reason Overwatch has it done right is it shouldn't have play to win things in it. And the game that I love the most when it comes to loot boxes is MLB The Show.
Okay.
Where basically this is how they have it. They have a Diamond Dynasty mode where you can, same thing as like Ultimate Team, you can buy packs, and it has things that affect all the different modes. Like for Create a Player, you can get a ritual card that's sunflower seeds. If you attach that to your player, it does certain attributes to that player.
Okay.
Do you need that to play your My Player or play in franchise? No. But it gives them, like, let's say a +1 in bunting.
Okay.
To where, like, okay, I was a 69, now I'm a 70 in that. Some of it is marginal, but you can go ahead and you can use that. They also have in-game currency that you can get by 2 ways. Just playing the game. When you play a game, you get a certain amount of them, like 250 after a game, 300 after a game, and you can boost them up that way, or you can go and actually spend real paper money on fake money.
Yeah.
Which part of me was like, I'm going to use real money to get fake money.
Yeah.
That's where I never bought them, but
I can't do that.
then you can use those points, like those points can be used in numerous different ways. You can either buy packs to get more of those cards and items. You can also get, so within My Player, they used to have it where by playing games, I would earn points and then be able to put those into like hitting and pitching and boost my guy up to make his rating. Or you can do, like for me, I didn't even know about this until like a year after playing the game. Just by playing the game and not knowing about it, I had like thousands of these credits.
Oh, shit.
Because I never used them. I just played franchise. So when I made my Player, I was like, oh, shoot, I have like 18 of these 1,000 credits. You can use those credits, like every 1,000 credits, you get 1,000 attribute points.
Oh, wow.
So I then had 18,000 attribute points that I could use on my player.
That's nice.
Now, take it, that's me playing an entire year of just playing the game now and then and not like seriously playing it for like 2 hours a day, real hardcore with it. But that to me is a good side to loot boxes, to where you do not have to spend real money. And the thing that I like most about MLB The Show's whole loot box system and everything is I played the game without even knowing about that. And it didn't affect me. I didn't feel like, great, if I would have known this, it would have affected my play. No. I mean, if you're a road the shower and you're like, you know what, I want to get my guy as good as possible so I can get to the MLB quicker, then fine, the attribute thing may help you. But do you absolutely need to get those 18,000 attribute points right away? No, you can still play the game and still progress and not have to worry about it affecting someone else because the game is contained to just yourself during that franchise.
Yeah, I mean, what you're talking about kind of sounds sort of like what the other game that actually you got for me, the Fractured But Whole.
Yep.
There's parts of it, like there's certain parts of it I have to, I can find other superhero costumes. I can find other this and that. And then there's ones but I have to sign up for the Ubisoft special thing, and I have to pay for it. And like, and I'm hoping that doesn't like play into the my completion of the game though, because
you mean like the trophy?
No, there's certain suit, like I'm just gonna say, like I know there's other things too, but there's certain costumes that are strictly you have to be part of the Ubisoft game. You have to sign up for the Ubisoft thing. You have to pay this, and then you can get those costumes. And I'm like, I hope that doesn't, because I want to complete the game. I'm trying like. I done the complete storyline, and I forgot to do all the side missions.
Are you saying completion is like on the game it says 100%? Or are you talking in when you go to trophies it says platinum 100%?
Both of those, actually.
Okay. The thing that and this is where trophy-wise I'm going to come in, is, oh shoot, you're on Xbox.
I'm on Xbox,
I'm talking for PlayStation.
Well, we have something alike. We have
achievements, but I don't know if it's exactly the same because I've never played Xbox. I know on PlayStation... because I have this on my God of War.
Yeah.
No, not God of War, on my Borderlands.
Okay.
So Borderlands I played, 100% got the platinum. But then there was the expansion.
Yeah.
I didn't get the expansion. So in my game it says 70%, but I still have the platinum.
Yeah.
Only because I didn't get the expansion to get that other part.
And
but
that's
I still... did enough to get the platinum because it's only for the actual game.
And that's what I'm saying. We have achievements, which I think one of them might be
the same thing.
I have to look into it and see if it's
the same thing.
I know. I'm just saying though. I have to look and see if it's considers it. But like if I get the achievement, it's not like they're going to take it away. But that's the thing. Yeah. Do I have to pay for the Ubisoft thing in order to get that achievement, or is it going to consider it 100%? Like, well, the Ubisoft is just an extra,
which would be bullshit.
It's like extra credit for homework.
Because you have to buy to get it. And that's where loot boxes, I think that they should never contain things to...
like you physically have to actually buy them.
They shouldn't contain... they can contain things to help you win, depending on the game. Because like MLB The Show, they have things in there that can help you in ways, but it's not dire.
Exactly.
It's not going to change... like, oh my God, I don't have these cards. I'm never going to win the World Series. I've won the World Series numerous of times and never acquired any of these cards, to where if it's a game like Overwatch, don't have any
with the gameplay.
Don't have anything in there at all because it's humans going up against humans and like actual people. No, I mean like me going up against you
I know. I'm just joking.
in combat. And if one size has an edge, and I would, if it's something like that, or like Injustice, to where it's like we are a fighting video game, you bought 100 loot boxes and have all these special gadgets. I don't.
Yeah.
That's to where I would be like, great. Like, come on. Do we really need to have that in games? And I hope that this whole Battlefront thing gets us started on a conversation to get loot boxes better, because loot boxes are the way. This is how it's going to be.
It's the future of gaming.
The thing I liked is how China said to Blizzard, they said, if you're going to have loot boxes in your game, they're considered gambling. You have to online post your odds. So like for a rare, for a yellow, for a purple, for a blue, you have to post your odds of getting that item per how many loot box. Because technically, this is how the China government saw it, is just for the people in China. You don't have to do it for everywhere else, but for us, you have to make it known, because since people can buy the loot boxes and not know what they are getting, that is technically gambling.
It is.
So you have to tell us your odds. And they did. And they were online, and people even in the U.S. could figure out, okay, this is how many loot boxes I would need. But that would even be something to where I would be happy with. So that, first off, no play to win. I'm going to say that enough. But also then give me the odds, since I am gambling.
Exactly.
Let's put it this way. If I were to bet on a sporting event, and I was going to bet on a team that wasn't a favorite to win the Super Bowl, Vegas still gives me odds like 1 in 50, 1 in 30, 1 in 8, 1 in 2, like how much of a favorite they are to win that game. So I know going in, this is a long shot. This isn't a long shot. This is a medium shot.
I've bet on horse races before because I was invited to go to them 2 or 3
Or
times.
as Dave would say, the pony races.
There you go.
Betting on the ponies.
And I did. We played around with the odds. Not that I really
Won anything much.
we did a little bit at one year.
Were you like Kramer? Come on.
Not quite. 1 year we did win a little bit. The other year, not so much. So we just kind of stopped and just ate and watched. But I mean, that's
when
the
you
thing.
start losing money, that's where you're like, maybe I won't do this anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the thing. They give you the odds.
Yeah.
You know your chances of losing.
Well, that's like Overwatch. Every single new event, I'll spend the 50. Is it 50 or 40?
I have no idea.
I'll spend the money. I think it's 40 for 50 loot boxes. I'll buy 50 loot boxes.
Okay.
And that's all I'll do. Okay, new event, do it. Just so I can see how many of the legendary skins I can get before having to use in-game currency on them.
Yeah, no. During those times is when I'm like pumping out hours on playing the video game, because that's when I try and make more time to play. Because it's like, okay, I want to get these loot boxes. I want to see how many of these skins I can earn because I don't have money to put towards loot boxes.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Overwatch. That's the one thing I like.
Yeah, you can earn any
whether
of it.
you're myself or Johnny, because we're 2 different sides of the table there. It doesn't affect the gameplay for us.
Exactly.
We can both go in and have the same experience playing the game, because it doesn't give one person an advantage over the other.
That, and I also like the fact that I can earn anything that's out there, as long as it's like the only things that are off limits are like the Halloween stuff during the winter
when
ones
they shut them
up.
down when the event's
and that's
not live.
fine, and I understand that, because it's like, hey, this is a Halloween exclusive. You're not gonna be able to earn it all year long.
Yeah.
This is a New Year's one. You're not gonna be, et cetera, which is fine with me. That's fine when you cut them off because it's a certain thing.
Yeah.
It's when you cut it off because no, you just have to pay for it. That's when I think it's like, well, that's kind of shitty, because like I paid for the game.
Yeah.
And it's not like if it's DLC where it's like I get new characters, I get more gameplay.
Where it is with Battlefront, you get to play as Luke or Darth Vader, which guess what? A lot of people want to play as those two.
Yeah, but I mean, even that to me, you're paying what? How much was it that it said? Like $60?
$60 for the expansion.
Just for characters? Just for 2
Yeah,
characters?
$30 a piece.
That's to me, that's even kind of shitty. If you're adding me, like, if you're giving me like Endor or some extra ones that I don't know what's in this new game, if you're giving me some extra places to play as well, then fine.
Well, and that's what I thought
That's
too. I was
something.
like, oh, it's probably an expansion where they give you like this extra story mode, but you get the characters also. And Dave goes, no, just the characters.
Yeah, no, see.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's a little different.
even that, I don't agree with that. I mean, do what you want.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it's your game.
It's your game, Battlefront. Do what you want, but kind of deterring me from buying it. That's $60 you're not getting.
Well, and this is where I want to bring you guys into the conversation that you guys already are in, but I want to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section. First off, if you're a Battlefront 2 or 1 player, what do you think what's going on there? And also, what do you guys think? Will we ever get loot boxes done correctly? Let us know what you guys think down below in the comment section.